At Thanksgiving dinner, my sister dumped red wine down my chest and screamed, "You have until sunrise to get out of my house." My parents actually clapped, so I set a brass key on the table and said, "Then you have 60 seconds." The wine hit cold and heavy, soaking through my white shirt fast. It dripped into my jeans while my sister stood there smiling. Mom beamed like she just watched a magic trick. Dad did his big football laugh, like humiliating me was a family sport. I didn't argue. I opened my phone and tapped a video call I'd queued up. My old college roommate appeared. She's a real estate attorney now. Her voice was clean and sharp. "Good evening," she said. "I'm counsel for my client, and this is recorded." My brother-in-law jumped up. "You can't record us. This is our house." I slid a manila envelope beside the turkey. Actually, it isn't. I'd moved back to the ranch after college when my grandma got sick. I ran the property and sat with her until the end. At the funeral, my parents told me, "We'll handle the estate stuff, don't worry." I believed them like an idiot because I was grieving and tired. Then the bills started showing up, and suddenly, it was always their house and their emergency. Property taxes, water pump, roof, septic, my sister's divorce lawyer, her credit card, crisis. Every time, they acted broke, acted grateful, and acted like I owed them. I paid because I thought I was protecting my family's home. I kept receipts anyway because something felt off. 9 years later, the total was 6 figures and nobody had repaid a dime. 3 months before that Thanksgiving, I overheard my sister in town saying, "We're selling the ranch, developers offering over $1 million," like she was bragging about a handbag. That night, I called my attorney friend and asked her to pull the county records. She called back late and said, "You own it. Your grandma filed the deed to you years ago." And suddenly, our house sounded like theft. So I documented everything. Every bill, every "we'll pay you back," every time my sister called me a freeloader. I even found out my brother-in-law had taken a deposit from a developer for a property he didn't own. We picked Thanksgiving because my sister loved an audience. Back to the table, right after her big speech about selling and splitting it fairly, I asked one simple question: "Who holds the deed?" She answered with a wine glass. Slow motion. She raised the glass with a smug little smile. Then the Cabernet flew, slow and bright under the lights. It slapped my chest and spread, dark and sticky. My mom started clapping, and my dad joined in. My sister leaned in close and said, "Out by sunrise." I set the brass key down so everyone heard it. Then I said, "You've got 60 seconds. Start counting." I pulled out the deed copy. The room went silent so hard it hurt. My sister laughed too loud and called it fake. My parents couldn't even look at her. Dad finally whispered, "It's real," and her face just fell apart. I hooked my laptop to the TV and put up my spreadsheet. 9 years of repairs and loans, all paid by me. The total sat at the bottom like a punch. My sister's voice went thin. "We never asked you to do that." "You didn't have to ask," I said. "You just let me." Then I played a few recordings. My sister, "He lives here like a freeloader." My mom, "If he knows, he'll kick us out." My dad, "The ranch should have been ours." Their own voices filled the dining room, and nobody had anything smart to say. I slid 2 envelopes to my parents. 30 days to vacate. Mom gasped like I'd slapped her. I just tugged my stained shirt away from my skin. "You told me I had until sunrise," I said. "You're getting a month." When I mentioned the developer deposit, my brother-in-law went gray. My attorney on the phone didn't blink. "A complaint has been filed," she said. "You should get counsel immediately." He grabbed my sister and hauled her toward the door while she screamed threat that sounded desperate, not scary. They left a few days later. My brother-in-law took a plea deal and did time. My sister filed for divorce like clockwork. The ranch finally became profitable once I stopped bleeding money into people who hated me. I still keep that brass key on my keychain. It's not a trophy. It's a reminder. Metal, cold, heavy, and impossible to ignore. They wanted me gone by sunrise. Instead, they were gone by sunset, and the land stayed with the person my grandma chose.